Alright, 7th grade Peters. We're doing converting units today. This is actually pretty easy. It ties in with the lesson from today. So conversion factors is the first thing. A conversion factor is just a rate equal to 1. So remember, a rate is something with two different units that equals 1. That's what makes it a conversion factor. So in other words, 12 inches equal 1 foot. So 12 over 1, it's a rate because you have inches over feet, but it also equals 1 because we all know that there's 12 inches in 1 foot. Another example would be something like this. There's 1 mile Actually, let's do it this way. There's 5,280 feet in 1 mile. That equals 1. Even though the numbers are different and the units are different, it equals 1 because we know there's 5,280 feet in 1 mile. It's like saying 1 mile over 1 mile. Alright, since conversion factors are equal to 1, when you multiply it to something, it does not change the value. The value stays the same. You're just converting the units. Does not change the value. Not change the value. Alright, example. Convert 1.2 miles to feet. This is pretty easy. We want to convert 1.2 miles to feet. So we have 1.2 miles. And we're going to multiply it by a conversion factor. So if we're going to convert to feet, we want to make sure that goes on top. So how many feet are in miles? Well, there's 5,280 feet in a mile. And that's my conversion factor. Now, if you do this right and you write your units, even your units cross out. So watch this. Miles divided by miles crosses out. So you're left with only feet left. Now let's do the numbers. 1.2 multiply across times 5,280 is 6,336 feet. That's our answer. We converted 1.2 miles using the conversion factor of 5,280 feet over 1 mile and made it equal to just feet. Alright, let's do another example. Convert 2 1/4 mile to feet. So on this one, what I really want to do with the fraction is I want to change it back into improper. So I'm going to multiply. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So 9/4 mile to feet. So I'm going to use a conversion factor of 5,280 feet over 1 mile. Now, miles cross out. Here, let's use a different color. Miles cross out. And now you multiply across. We have 9 times 5,280 over 4. See how I just multiplied straight across? Now, I told y'all a while back ago that it's actually easier to reduce first. So we can actually reduce this. 4 goes into 5 one time. 4 goes into 2 0 times. 4 goes into 28 7 times and then 0 times. So actually, wow, I completely messed that up. I know that 4 will go into 5,280 1,320 times. I also know that 4 will go into 4 one time. So basically I just divided these two numbers. Now I can multiply 9 times 1,320. So I get 11,880. If you're confused by what I just did, let me start over. Here we are. We multiplied straight across like this. We got 9 times 5,280, then divided by 4. If this confuses you, you can go ahead and multiply 9 times 5,280. And you get 47,520 divided by 4. And now you can divide it. And if you divide it, you will get 11,880 feet. That's it. So let's do one more example. A Community Rowing Incorporated, a nonprofit club, participated in the annual Head of Charles Regatta rowing race in Boston, Massachusetts. The team completed the 2,000-meter course at a rate of about 1.92 meters per second. Convert this rate to kilometers per minute. Round your answer to the nearest hundreds. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is this. Write down our ratio, 1.92 meters per 1 second. That's a unit rate, but we want to convert it to kilometers per minute. So we want kilometers per minute. So you get to choose what the first thing is you want to change. I'm going to change the seconds into minutes. So I know that there is 60 seconds in a minute. Put them in. That way it doesn't get mixed up with meters. So my seconds cross out. And we end up getting, if we multiply straight across, like this, we end up getting 1.92 times 60 over 1 minute. And 1.92 times 60 meters over 1 minute. Now let me simplify this. I'm going to erase this part. Oops. 1.92 times 60 is 115.2 meters per 1 minute. So we've gotten rid of our seconds. Now we have to get rid of our meters and change them into kilometers. Well, there's 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. So I'm going to try to get rid of my meters. I'm going to multiply it by 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. Well, the meters cross out, and you end up getting, if you multiply straight across, 115.2 kilometers per 1,000 minutes. Now we're actually done, but I want to do one more thing. I want to reduce this as much as possible. Well, I know if I divide something by 1,000, I'm really just moving the decimal 3 places over to the left. So if I move this over to the left 3 places, 1, 2, 3, I get 0.1152 kilometers per minute. And that's my answer. That'll probably be the hardest problem we do tomorrow. Let's do one more. You ran at a rate of 0.15 miles per minute. So go ahead and write that down. 0.15 miles per minute. And we want to convert it to a rate of feet per second. So I'm going to change the minutes to seconds first. So we know that there's 60 seconds in 1 minute. So my minutes cross out, and I end up getting 0.15 meters, or miles, sorry, over 60 seconds. Now, I want to convert my miles into feet. Well, there's 1 mile per 5,280 feet. Mile, not minute. So I cross out my miles, and I end up getting, once I multiply 0.15 times 5,280, I get 792 feet over 60 seconds. Now to finish this, I'm going to go ahead and divide that. So I get 13.2 feet per 1 second. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And we'll have more practice of this tomorrow. I'm going to skip this example and we'll go over it tomorrow in class. That's the end, folks.